Lieuw Urbano wants to set higher qualification standards. Plus, in today's lifestyle segment, a new study says alcohol makes your skin more vulnerable to the sun. And Faces of ATV explains the significance of Carnival to Arubans. 15 on 15 starts right now.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Yentl Lieuw. Lieuw Urbano is set to implement higher qualification standards for students to be admitted in.
Lieuw Urbano is making it harder for students to get in. If students want to attend the school, they have to earn their right to. Certain grades will need to be met. The various school boards are finalizing the admission process, but the Parliament has requested to meet with SCOA and various decision makers in the coming days to ensure that all parties are on the same page. With Lieuw Urbano being more selective during the admission process, means students who have been denied will need to go elsewhere. Therefore, prior to any big decisions are set in stone, other factors needs to be considered.
Institutions on the island are actually talking about increasing their standards every year, while the Parliament is hoping for schools such as Lieuw Urbano to gradually execute this. In other local news, last week we interviewed young volunteers of the Archaeology Museum. They were being recognized on Batiko Day, but more importantly, they were on display ready to answer any questions from potential future volunteers. The day, according to the museum, was a complete success.
On Saturday, January 25th, the Archaeology Museum dedicated Batiko Day to their volunteers and youth brigades. The museum acknowledged the helpers, but more importantly, gave them the opportunity to explain to the general public who was visiting that day their role in the museum and why they enjoy lending their time there. One of the youth brigades, who is studying to become a teacher, took the initiative to tell a story to the children who attended. The volunteer explained the story to the children in the garden, and that same story was actually told to her 10 years ago when she was a participant in one of the museum's vacational programs. Paying it forward indeed. Some of the adult volunteers provided live music to accompany the day. Quizzes were also handed out, and the winners received books as gifts.
And moving forward, who knew Super Bowl could give the island, a few of its hotels, and a beach bar tremendous publicity? Check out how Super Bowl has added to Aruba's reputation.
In an article entitled 7 Warm Weather Escapes to Watch the Super Bowl, Fox News gave one of Aruba's beach bar 2 thumbs up. Landing at number 2 out of the 7 bars, the writer recommends football fans to head to Moomba Beach Bar and Restaurant on Sunday. Not only does the article highlight Moomba, but the article goes on to say that Moomba is strategically placed within a few steps of either the high end of Marriott's Ocean Club on one side and the more modestly priced Holiday Inn Resort on the other. So pick your hotel, the article says. There's more. The writer of the article encourages people to go to Aruba. It reads, "Speaking of choices, that's what sets Aruba apart. It's a longer flight than most of the Caribbean, but it's well worth it. The island has an unmatched combination of hotel and casino choices, making it best in class among non-all-inclusive options."
And of course, that is great advertising for the island. And speaking of Super Bowl, coming up in our lifestyle segment, I'll show you a 30-second ad that was meant to be aired during the big game on Sunday, but it has now been banned. Let's see if you can figure out why before I tell you. Also, if you like to have a drink while soaking up in the sun, you may want to rethink that, and I'll tell you why also. And ladies, which day of the week do you have sex the most? Well, apparently that depends on your relationship status, but not in the way that you think. All that coming up, so stay with us. Welcome back from the break. Lounging around in Aruba's sun by the pool or beach with a cocktail in hand probably sounds like the perfect afternoon. But we need to be careful. A new study finds alcohol is linked to skin cancer.
Scientists believe drinking too much alcohol could set off a chain of reactions in the body that makes the skin more vulnerable to cancer. The chemical and compounds in alcohol mixed into the body may render the skin to being more sensitive to harmful UV light. Other forces may be to blame. Drinkers may lounge in the sun without enough protective clothing or sun cream. Consuming one alcoholic beverage or more a day increases skin cancer risk by a fifth.
The risk increased proportionately with alcohol intake. Those who drank 50 grams of ethanol daily, which is an equivalent to a few strong beers, were up to 55% more likely to develop the deadliest form of skin cancer, called melanoma, compared with none or occasional drinkers. We know that in the presence of UV radiation, drinking alcohol can alter the body's ability to produce a normal immune response. Switching gears, ladies, check out if this sounds right to you. Women who are single are more likely to have sex on weekdays, while women who are in a relationship are more likely to get busy on the weekend. This is according to a new study. The research indicated that all of the women in the study had more sex around the time they were ovulating, and interestingly, this effect was stronger in single women than those in a relationship. They also found that coupled-up women reported having more sex as the week went on, with Saturday being their friskiest day of the week. Women without a partner didn't experience the same flow throughout the week and were more likely than women in a relationship to have sex on Sunday through Thursday. Why the disparity, you may wonder? Well, researchers say it might be because women in a relationship are more likely to be working around other facts like managing family responsibilities and finding alone time. Turn the page to a very important day in the United States and in many parts of the world, and that is Super Bowl. With Super Bowl just a few days away, advertisers are getting ready to air their mega million-dollar commercial for the world to see. But SodaStream's ad has been banned. Take a look to see if you can figure out why.
Like most actors, my real job is saving the world. Start with plain water, add bubbles, mix in the perfect flavor. Look, a soda that's better for you and all of us. Less sugar, less bottles. If only I could make this message go viral.
You doing it, Scarlett. Yeah, you doing it. Changing the world, one sip at a time.
Sorry, Coke and Pepsi.
Oh yeah, she done it. SodaStream.
No, it's not because Scarlett's being too sexy in the commercial that got it banned. And let's get real, there's no such thing as too sexy when it comes to Super Bowl commercials. But the reason SodaStream has been plugged is because they call Coke and Pepsi out directly. According to SodaStream's CEO, Fox was afraid of Coke and Pepsi. We'll be right back. Take a look to see what is coming up next. Many people on the island look forward to Carnival every year. For today's show, I decided to sit down with a few colleagues to find out what it is about Carnival that gets the passion and enthusiasm of the Aruban people going.
Besides for the costumes, music, and party scene, there is more rooted deep down in Aruba's Carnival. Aline Hibbert, an assistant producer of ATV's Trend Alert, says it's the diversity and cultures in the parades that makes her love the festivities.
I think what makes our carnival special is all the different people that joins in, and it's not basically the carnival especially, but the meaning behind it is the diversity of people and all the colors and that message that it gives, that it's really welcoming to all different cultures around the world that Aruba basically has per year. It's a lot of tourists from different backgrounds, and we express this as well in the carnival.
Elton Malone, ATV's assistant news director, says Carnival has the ability to unite all Arubans from around the world together for 2 months.
In the Aruban culture, Carnival is, I think, more important than Christmas. And that's been proven also, that you got a lot more Arubians coming down from other parts of the world to come and celebrate Carnival. Because it's also those are the only like 2 months that we get to express ourselves.
There is no denying that it is the people of Aruba that makes the parades a success year after year. The love for Carnival is in some of the Arubans' DNA.
I just think it's a stamina that they're born with. It's something that comes in the blood, the Yoruban blood, and it's really something that comes out of their cells. It's like if we have to look at our colleague Francie, our anchor Francie, she is always in the carnival. There's not one year that she's missing it out. But I think it's something. It's so contagious. The vibe, the high energy, positive energy vibe. It's so contagious that they just don't want to miss out.
It makes sense for Carnival to have a special place in Francie's heart since she was practically born into it.
Not many people know this, but I am literally a Carnival baby. So Carnival means a lot to me. My mom was pregnant while she was decorating a big road piece for Carnival when she started contracting with me. So I'm literally a Carnival baby. And since I can remember, I've been in Carnival. My whole family has been involved in Carnival.
Carnival shapes Aruba's cultural identity. The grand costumes, the people's enthusiasm, and the music doesn't only come together and make a great big party, but also a great big cultural event.
Aruba is very mixed in cultures. We have a lot of different cultures here, and I think Carnival just unites everybody, and I think that's the beauty of it. Everybody gets really passionate about it, and it's a big marketing tool to promote our island outside of the internationally. So I think it's one of the biggest cultural festivals on the island.
I think that the fellow Arubians love Carnival because it's the vibe that you get when you're in the Carnival. Everybody's happy, everybody's enjoying, the colors is the vibe that you actually feel while being in a group and having the same colors and the same expressions, and it's a good feeling. And even if you see the Parade of Aruba, it's so beautiful, like you really want to join in and you're with the group and everybody's happy. And I think that this is what Arubian people know about Carnival, and they basically do sacrifices to join the Carnival, and it's beautiful. I think it's just the vibe, the people, and everything that basically you enjoy with the Aruban Carnival.
That is our show for today. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back here with a brand new edition of the show starting Thursday night at 7:15 p.m. So we will see you then.